Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Juice on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, stacking the money green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, the Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use that promo code JUICE150 and you got yourself a $1,000 risk-free bet. You may have noticed my voice. No, I am not sick. The only disease I got is cash and tickets. Let's go. I'd lost my voice. So I was at the sportsbook all day here out in Las Vegas and just yelling at the screens because it was a crazy, wild day in the NFL. It's, days like these it's what gets me into gambling. It was a wild run. Thankfully, picks I gave out here on the Daily Juice went 4-1, all 2-unit NFL plays. Closing out the week up 3.5 units almost. So on a nice little run here. I think that's 3 out of the last 4 winning weeks. Maybe 4 out of the 5. I'll have to do the math there. But starting to come together here. And all right, let's get to it. Let's get to the picks. We'll get the loser out of the way. The Packers laying 1.5. They were just never in that game. It was crazy. I mean, once that Aaron Rodgers bombed to Christian Watson where he just completely dropped it, I was like, oh no, this is not going to go well. I kept thinking at some point Aaron Rodgers, the offense, were going to turn it on and make a run here. Honestly, just a tough afternoon for ayahuasca and Aaron Rodgers. Ayahuasca, Aaron. They just never really could get it going. He was holding on to the ball too long. Honestly, I was kind of surprised at how good the Vikings defense played because I didn't think they were going to be particularly good, and I think I was thinking they were going to miss Mike Zimmer, but they looked really good, and obviously Justin Jefferson went off, had an amazing day. Texans. Wow, they tied 20-20. So they got the +8. Kept trying to tell you guys, Colts do not win opening week. And they didn't win opening week, but they didn't lose either. I had a round robin moneyline parlay with Texans, Bears, and Steelers. And that was kind of the craziest 3-hour window of my life because, man, it was just, the Texans game, honestly, of the games, I thought the Texans one on the money line was going to be the easiest when they're up 20-3. The Texans +8, that really never felt in doubt. I don't believe in Matt Ryan on the road. I don't think Matt Ryan should have been a 7.5 or 8 when we gave it out, a road favorite. I love taking division dogs, especially in week 1. So, yeah, it was forgetting that money line. I mean, I don't know, because I was also very fortunate that the Texans kicker missed it and got the push there on the money line. But again, the 8 was never in doubt. Let's go. Chicago Bears +7. This was a little nerve-wracking, or had to sweat it a little bit early on. The 49ers defense was really good today, and it continued to be really good. It was a very ugly game. Some of it because of the weather, some of it because Trey Lance. Sorry, I'm just not I still don't get why they forced Jimmy G out. The 49ers are now 8-29 under Kyle Shanahan without Jimmy G. I don't know why they want to get rid of the guy so bad. It was just, again, ugly, sloppy game. But Justin Fields, when he needed to, stood up, made a couple plays, and the +7 also felt really good. Steelers +6.5. This one, with the points never in doubt. Felt like, they started off with the pick 6. Defense was just amazing. If you play their defense in fantasy, I feel bad for you because they were just a machine. TJ Watt, unfortunately, sounds like he tore his pec muscle. He's going to be out for a long time, so not great for the Steelers' futures there. But the defense played really well. We'll see how long they stick it out with Trubisky. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the switch to Kenny Pickett, but that game was insane as well. The blocked extra point to send it to OT. I thought the refs were being very generous to the Bengals on that last drive there, but and that Steelers did deserve to get that win. And if the Bengals won, it was going to be like the first time in I don't know how many years that a team with a -5 turnover differential won the game. So wild game. And then this game, a Sunday night game, kind of one of the more boring games of the slate. The Tampa Bay Bucks just controlled the game, kicked a bunch of field goals, and cashed my -2.5. The big takeaways from this game is that the Cowboys really could be in trouble. Now, Dak busted up his hand. He's going to be out for, I don't know, everything. Every time I look at it, it seems to change. 4 to 8 weeks, has to get surgery. Cowboys left guard has a high ankle sprain now, so he's in trouble. But, again, you're not in trouble if you had the same picks as me this week. Let's go. That was a lot of fun. All right. Hey, you know what else is fun? Winning a free jersey from Pristine Auction. That's right. If you want a signed DeAndre Swift jersey, all you got to do is go to youtube.com/bettingpros, subscribe to the channel, and then comment on this very video. And you got a nice chance to win. Let's go. All right. Doing Monday night picks. Give you a side and 2 player props. First up, Geno Smith under 209.5 passing yards, -115 over in DK. He started 4 games last year for Seattle, never hit 210 yards, so he went under all those times. And to me, again, this is an efficiency and a volume thing. I don't think Geno Smith is particularly efficient in the air, yardage-wise. I don't think that's it's not rocket science. But Pete Carroll, he's going to be looking to pound the rock. And I think every chance they have, they're going to be running the ball. Again, that's a big reason why Russell Wilson isn't on the Seahawks anymore. They didn't let him cook. Geno Smith, they're never giving this guy an apron. They're never he's not even a line cook. They're just going to have him hand it off, set up some play action, and keep things simple. So I don't think they're going to air it out a lot. So I like the under 209.5 for Geno Smith rushing yards. And then correlated. And if you guys are doing the like the same game parlays or the win build-a-bets or whatever, where you're putting together some player props. I mean, think of like a scenario, game script that you see happening. For me, it is going to be a game where Seattle sticks around, they muddy it up, and they run the ball a ton. So my next player prop, Rashad Penny, over 68.5, -120 over on DraftKings. Pete Carroll wants to run the ball. That's why they drafted Ken Walker. The problem is Ken Walker's not here. He is out. Penny is just going to get a ton of carries. I mean, look at the way Rashad Penny ended last season. 23 carries, 190 yards, 25 carries, 170 yards, 17 carries, 135, 11 for 39. Didn't get there on that one. And then 16 for 137. I think Rashad Penny has been looking pretty good. He's healthy. He's good to go. And it's a volume thing, really, honestly. It's a volume projection. I think Pete Carroll wants to run the ball. It's no secret. Bettingpros.com/NFL props. Go there. Check it out. Get all the ratings, recommendations for a ton of prop bets, including cover probability, expected value. They got a little bit of everything. Again, super helpful information, and bettingpros.com/NFL props. Get over there, shop around, and learn. Yeah, who doesn't want to dive headfirst into props? There's so many offerings. I'm jealous of kids these days with all their prop bets. Back in my day, we had to wait till Super Bowl came around. You could get like a giant printout. Maybe your local guy had a couple player props. Now it's like every day's Christmas for these young gamblers. For the side itself, Denver at Seattle, I'm taking the +7, -120 over on WinBet. This is Seattle's Super Bowl, right? This is Seattle's Super Bowl. So I know it means a lot to Russ. I think it means a lot more to the Seattle team. I think it means a lot more to I think Pete Carroll can motivate this Seahawks team to get a very competitive performance. I mean, again, if you're playing Monday Night Football home dogs historically in the NFL, you are going to be in a pretty good spot. And this is just the classic home dog situation. This is Pete Carroll, former college football head coach, coming in. This is where you can rally the troops. I mean, essentially, the NFL tried to schedule this as a homecoming game for Russell Wilson. Like, hey, we're going to give you a cupcake of your old team. And these are professionals. This is what's great about it. They are going to get up for this game. They don't want to be embarrassed by Russ. And I think it's a ton of pressure on Russell Wilson. And we've seen teams And Russ didn't play a ton in the preseason. We've seen teams where they didn't play a ton in the preseason and perhaps struggling a little bit with the offense, a little bit to get it going. Last but not least, 79% of the money and 89% of the tickets. That means 100 people walk up to the sports book, 89 of them are getting down on the Denver Broncos. I just, Denver as a 7-point non-conference road favorite. No thanks. Maybe when they get their offense really cooking, we can talk, but still, that is a pretty large number. As I pointed out, guys like Trey Lance can't cover it. Maybe Russ could cover it in certain situations, but Seattle, this game means too much to them. So give me Seattle +7, -120 over on win. Give me Rashad Penny over 68.5 rushing yards at -120. Last but not least, Geno Smith under 209.5, -115 over on DraftKings. Hey guys, make sure you head over to BetMGM. Use our promo code JUICE150. Get that risk-free $1,000 bet. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Subscribe to my other show, Sports Gambling Podcast. And of course, subscribe to this one as well. Rate and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.